Okay, so hello guys, welcome to our English immersion. My name is Giovanni, and I'm really happy to have you all here. And just a just to remind you, this is not a class. There will be no corrections, no judgments, and no right or wrong answers. This is a safe space for sharing ideas, emotions, and perspectives. Um, and also, I'm not a teacher. I'm a learner, just like you. And I chose this topic today because it is one of the most universal questions we all face. That is what happens after we die. No matter our culture, beliefs, or background, this topic um, connects all of us as human beings searching for meaning. Okay, so today's theme, as I mentioned, is what happens after we die. And uh, just to explain, we are not here to find one truth, but listen to each other's perspectives with curiosity and respect. So, okay, let's start with quick introductions. Douglas, please, could you start?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Douglas. I'm 35. I married and I have a son, little son. And I live in a small city, countryside, São Paulo state. My city is called Guaratinguetá. And I work as IT analyst in a public company in my city too. And I think I'm using the talking for about 10 days, I guess. And in my free time, I like to spend some time with my family, enjoy my family, go to the cinema. I like to play video games. It's that's it.
Perfect. Eduino, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Hello, guys. I'm Iduino. I'm 3 years old. I was born and raised in Angola, but I have been living in Brazil almost 11 years. I live in south of Brazil, more specifically in Rio Grande do Sul. Currently, I'm working as a software engineer, more specifically as a front-end engineer. And um, currently, I'm focused here in improving my English skills because I believe that it can help me to grow in my career. And in my free time, I enjoy reading book and watching series on TV. Yeah, I think that's it. Nice to meet you all, guys.
Thank you. And Alvaro?
Yeah, good evening, guys. I'm Álvaro. I'm 31 and I live in Arcos, Minas Gerais. It's a small city on the countryside. And I'm here talking to develop my English skill to practice because I like to speak in other languages. And if I use these languages that I'm learning, like French, Spanish, and English, for myself in a funny way. I don't need necessary for work or something. I think it's more to personal. It's more personal at my main goal here, and in the future may could be change. And in my free time, I like to listen to music, play video games, watch documentary, especially true crimes, and chat with my friends online and relax here in my house, this type of things.
Good. Um, Thank you all. Let's begin bring this mysterious and fascinating topic. So I will start with the first question. What do you personally believe happens after death, and how did you develop this belief? Um, I am Christian, and as a Christian, I believe that there is a heaven, and that after death we will live eternally with God. And I know that is sometimes um, cliche and sometimes can sound weird, but I truly believe in what the Bible says, and that's it. I I don't know exactly to discuss about it in English. I really don't have vocabulary for this topic, and I was trying to thinking something to say, but um, I don't know to express myself better. Um, and how about you, Alvaro? Oh,
Since 2016, I'm define myself agnostic and skeptic. And for me nowadays, I think it's so different than the past when I was a Christian and Catholic. And nowadays, I think at the age of everything is the death. I'm not sure about anything. I just for me it's mysterious, but I don't care too much about. I don't like to think too much about because I can't to access this type of answer. And this for me is just opinions and beliefs. But to me, don't make sense to have another way to live after death. And for me, the death is the end of everything.
perfect. And do you know what what do you think?
Yeah, in my case, I believe that when a person dies, there are no conscious anymore. Uh, the Bible compare death as a deep sleep, where we have no thoughts, no pain, no awareness. And I developed this belief by studying scriptures and seeing how clearly they explain the condition of death. For example, in Ecclesiastes 9, verse 5, says that the dead person know nothing at all. It means that, but I also believe, as Giovanni said before, there is a hope of future resurrection in the future, where God will bring back the people to a perfect life condition on the earth. But related to the deaf person, I believe that there is no conscience, there is no awareness, pain when people dies, and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, good. And you, Douglas.
Yes, I agree with you and Edwin. I'm also a Christian, and I believe in what's written in the Bible. And I think, in summary, before the death, after the death, uh, we are sleeping, and after maybe we'll go to the heaven or to the hell. Is I think is it.
Yeah, I believe. I cannot say that. I I believe that we will go to uh, the heaven. Uh, but I would say I don't have the if I can say it in this way. I don't have the uh, I don't I don't want to use this word, but I don't have the right answer. I believe in what the Bible says, but um, it's only it is more related to faith than to other thing. Is we are talking regarding um, hope and faith and belief, and I believe that is more about us and more about we truly believe um, than um, in anything else, you know. Okay, so Douglas, could you read the second question, please?
Yes. Why do you think almost every culture in history created its own version of an afterlife? I don't know, but I think that when we look for the end of our lives or about the death is generally a sad moment. And I think that is just about something that to feel an empty. We're not sure about what the things will what will happen if we have something after the life or no. But I think some cultures are created some different versions because I think the human needs an answer, even if it were a supposition, if it were even if it were a history. And I just think that maybe a type of to be more comfortable about this thing, or to be more is a type of consolation maybe in the end of our life. Maybe it's best to think that we have a better way to go before the life, and okay, just to think that it's the end of everything. And I think this.
Yeah, I believe that we were not made to be mortal, I would say, because um, at the beginning, and obviously is what I believe. Uh, at the beginning, God created the humans to be um, to be eternal spiritual, and I think it um, this this mean of the life or this meaning of the creation is in our heart, in our heart, you know. This um this oh I forgot to say vontade, but this
Willing,
what. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sorry.
willing.
Willing, yeah,
Yeah.
is willing to live eternally. Uh, it is in our conscious, and um, I believe that is the reason we want to look for um, I don't know, answers to um, to the afterlife. And I believe it's in all the people in the world. Um, and additionally to it, other people have um, creativity, I would say, and our mind is I don't know, a smart place and can create some theories and maybe the people in other place had some experience um, that um, make them to believe in, I don't know, in something. I believe that's it. It's only the people looking for some meaning of the life. You know? And you, Alvaro, what do you think?
I think the mysterious, the unknown, is thought-provoking. I think it's because of it, this uncertain that people have or have a lot of in different cultures, have a lot of different opinions about the end of the life and the start of the another one. If you have, I think it's more true about this, the mysterious and uncertain, and because and nobody can come back to said what how works in the other side, you know. And I think because of it, people have there's a lot of opinions and a faith and a lot of thoughts.
Okay, how about you, Edwin?
Yeah, I'm totally agree. This is age-old question, thought-provoking questions. For many cultures ago, people tried to understand about afterlife. For this reason, every sacred scriptures such as Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita, and so on tries to explain these questions because as a human being, we naturally want this answer. Because when we know about this, whatever you believe, it can give meaning in your life. For this reason, people for different cultures try to explain this question, what's happening after death. Maybe it can give comforting and meaningful. Uh, yeah, I believe that it's part of our life to understand. Maybe there is no right or wrong. That's the pain of what you believe. Yeah, but for me as a creation person, I believe in creation. I believe that maybe Bible can easily help us to understand, give us logical explanation of death, which can remove confusion. But sometimes, occasionally, we have some doubts about it. Yeah, as Ivor said, it's a thought-provoking questions. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Edwin, could you read the third question, please?
Yes, absolutely. Question number 3. Do you believe consciousness continues in some form after the body stops functioning? Why or why not? I personally don't believe consciousness continues after the body stops functioning. Because when we die, our thoughts, emotions stop completely. There is no souls that floats around or continue living in somewhere else. These beliefs make sense to me because um, I think that death is total rest. When we death, we are totally rest, no thought, no emotion, and no consciousness. But I believe that everyone is in God's memory because He can remember each of person perfectly and can bring us back through the resurrection. But I know that every beliefs around the world believe that there is life after death. But according to my belief, I believe that there is no pain, no emotion, no consciousness, no awareness. Yeah.
Good point, man. And Douglas, how about you?
Yes, I agree with Edwin. It's difficult to answer this question for me, but I think the same thing about this. I totally agree with it. I just think that when we die, we are just it's like sleeping, and we don't know what not more about is happening until we wake up and don't know what will happen. But I think that consciousness we don't have more consciousness before after we die.
Good. And you, Álvaro?
Yeah, I don't believe that consciousness in the all the other things, for example, emotions and everything that Adrian mentioned. I agree in parts, and for me, everything is correlated with the body, physical body, and for this reason, when the body dies, in my point of view, the, we don't have any more conscience to live to keep the conscience in another way. For me, is die with the body.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Um actually I don't know to answer that. I but I believe today um the consciousness will die with the body. Um but because I would say the consciousness would be let's say the like a brain process. Um but this is my ethical side uh, saying, and uh, I believe the consciousness is linked to the soul, and when we die, the consciousness, as Edwina said, um, the consciousness is gone, and we are we will be in the complete rest. But then when we when we resurrect, when Jesus come back or something, uh, we we will back with our consciousness and with our life. And I don't know if it's um the correct thought, but it is what I believe. And yeah, that's it. I think it's hard to explain, and um, as I mentioned before, it's um I don't have so many vocabulary to explain myself and express myself better. Um, and it's a complex topic to discuss as well. But okay, uh, let's move on to the fourth question. How do near-death experience influence your view of what might exist beyond physical life? Um, I I believe sometimes it's only fear of the death or something related to it, but I truly believe that the um supernatural. exists and can affect or not straight, but not directly, but I believe the supernatural exists, and um, when we, I don't know, when we are near to death or experiencing something like this, like an accident or something, it it never happened with me, but uh, and I don't want to to pass for this experience, but um, for some reason, I believe that our body or physical life touch a little bit in the supernatural, and um, yeah, I I know it sounds a bit weird, but um, maybe the uh, beyond affects um, this experience, this near-death experience. I don't know exactly, but yeah, I think it can be possible. And you, Alvaro, what do you think?
It's hard to answer to explain, but I think it's about the fear of people who have to being so much near to the death and sometimes don't have the time enough to decide something or to regret of something, and people were afraid to go to the hell. Or it's not my case. I don't pass you with this experience antes before.
Before.
Yeah, I mixed with Spanish, and yeah, I think people have a fear. I think it's more about the fear, and yeah, it's hard to explain, but I think it's because the fear. Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking here, sometimes it's a way to of our mind protect us. Like it's only to um protect our, I don't know, our mind to thinking, I don't know, bad things or something like that. Only, yeah, only to protect us of ourselves, you know. And you, Douglas, what do you think?
Yes, I don't think that a near-death experience maybe change our what we think about the afterlife, but I think the near-death experience influences sometimes our actual life. Maybe some experience of this that the person maybe change our mind about some things, and maybe they do more value it for the life, and sometimes he change your what is more important for him, what changes what's your priorities, maybe do more value for your family. And I think it's changed more about our actual life than the something that will think about the afterlife, I think.
Yeah, good. And you, doing?
What a difficult question. Near-death experience are interesting, to be honest. Sometimes are emotional and sometimes very inspiring, can change our point of view about life, how the way we are dealing with our problems in life is very inspiring, but they don't prove what actually happens after death. They don't change my beliefs, despite it's inspiring and very emotional. I think that those near-death experience are related to the brain still active or reacting to the stress, but not exactly the person leaving their body or dating, I think that the person still alive when these experiences are happening, not exactly the person dead and is do something else, I believe that I still believing that there is no conscious after death, after death of the body. Yeah, there is no conscious. I believe that this experience is related to our brain still working, still alive, despite the people is illness but not exactly the person is leaving their body or dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking here, um, the the science can be explained some, I don't know, some or brain activities or something in our body when we are dying or something as only I don't know, body stimulus or something, but um yeah, uh we can't prove it. We can't prove that's only um, brain activity or something, or if it's something supernatural. Um, I I don't think it's a easy question to answer. Okay, Eduino, could you read this five question, please?
Yes, for sure. Question number 5. Do you believe the idea of life after death brings people comfort, fear, or both? This is a good question, a controversial question. Even between Christian people, there is different interpretation about this question. I think it brings both feelings, depending on what someone believes, what you believe. Many people believe feels comfort when they imagine they're lived in paradise or somewhere else after death, but others feels fear, as Alvaro said, like living in a hell eternity, suffering or punishment in a hell burning. Yeah, but I personally I don't believe in a hell. Even though the person is bad person doing evil things, but I don't believe that people will burn eternally in the hell. I believe that God is love, but when people is good person, this person will be resurrected and live in paradise. Of course, I believe that, but I don't believe that the when person is evil, this person will burn eternity in the hell. I think that's this person just only died and don't be resurrected. I don't believe in hell. For this point of views, a life after death brings comfort for the person that follows uh, God's principles or commandments. Okay, but no, but maybe fear for the person that's believing in hell. Yeah, I personally don't believe, but when person believe in that, it can bring fear. Yes. For me, resurrection give me a peaceful future, bring me comfort, positive hope. not scary, uh, because I repeat, it is according my belief, but yeah, uh, yeah, I think that's it.
No, thank you. And Douglas, what do you think?
Yes, I agree with Eduino. I think it depends what the person believe, and if he believes in hell, probably will feel fear. But I don't know. It depends, and what you believe, it's your point of view, what's your opinion, what you think that will happen before after the life. And for me, I don't feel fear. I sometimes maybe my fear is not about the afterlife, maybe about the persons that will be in the earth life. Some, for example, my family or my son, my wife, maybe I don't know, and I feel fear about them just because we will be sad, and this is for me is it's not a good thing. The death is not good for the others, that for the family, and is a moment of very boring, very sad. And my fear is about about my family, about the others that will be here, and not about the afterlife.
Yeah, good point. For me, I believe the sense of eternity brings me, how can I say, brings me an outraged feeling of the death, but um, the idea of life after death brings me comfort. Um, I I don't think um, the people who believe in after in life after death um, feel fear of the death. But it's this feeling of you know say this outraged feeling is only because I, I believe that's it. It's because we have this sense of opportunity in our life, and maybe it wouldn't be in this way. Um, for some reason, uh, we were we were not made to 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 die or something. And yeah, I don't feel fear or something like that. It's only um, an outraged feeling regarding the death. And you, Alvaro.
Yeah, I think it's the both. Depend of the person. I agree with you guys. Some people have hopes and some type of reward when the afterlife they will have. Maybe their lives here is not so good, and they believe that their another life is so better. Is a type of rewards or just a good life after life here in Earth. And fear, absolutely. Some people are so evil here in the world, in this life, and they are afraid to the final judgment, to um to go into a hell or something. I think it's a mix of of sentiments and the comfortable to him meeting the others that passed your way. I think is a good hope and a good conf conf comfy to reencounter the others that your mother or your father or some loved one that passed your way. You have this comfy of the meeting them in the other in afterlife. I think it's a good comfy to have if you believe in this afterlife.
Yeah, my good point. Um, okay, let's move to the seventh question. Oh, I'm sorry, to the sixth. Could the afterlife be something completely different from anything humans have imagined? Imagined? Um, I don't know. Yes. uh, the the I was gonna say that like the concept of the afterlife is only something we can say we listen to other people and listen in our whole life and uh, this concept is passed through the ages and through the um, people culture and maybe as as we have this um, concept created by humans, maybe the afterlife could be a really different thing, or I don't know, or um, maybe we don't have it. I don't know, but it's it's complex. And you're doing a lot of things.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I believe so. Maybe that after death isn't really the common sense of the traditional sense, what people thinks nowadays. Um, I still believing that when we die, we enter in a state of non-existence. For me, I still comparing life as a deep sleep with no consciousness, with no pain, no feelings. Yeah, instead of imagining something entirely new, I believe that the truth has already been revealed. Death is asleep, and yeah, the hope is not about a known realm, but it's about the future resurrection, maybe, or yeah. I don't believe in something new. I believe that the truth is revealed. Yeah. But I agree, is maybe completely different that's traditional sense. Yeah. Yeah. Very difficult.
Douglas. Yeah, man, for sure. And you, Douglas, what do you think?
Yes, I think because yeah, it's about what we are imagining, and there are different cultures when we said in the question too, different versions, and no one I think is absolutely sure about what will happen, and maybe we will be totally different that we imagine, and it's just a question that we need to die to know, and there are no type of, I don't know, like a scientific comproval about these things, and it's just what we imagine, we believe, and not sure about the things.
Yeah, and you, Alvaro.
I agree with this question. I Is one of my beliefs. So I think if it exists something after life, I think it's so totally different that humans mention. I do believe. I think it's so very different. If exists something um after life is one of my beliefs. Totally agree.
Yeah, good. Uh, so I noticed that um we are at the end of our immersion today. It was so fast today. I believe it's because of the topic. But to finish the immersion, I want to read the 10th question. That is, if there truly is an afterlife, what do you hope it feels like, and what do you fear it might be? Um, I I hope uh, it's complex, but um I believe in the Bible, and um if there is an afterlife, I believe it will be a good thing, or mm, a good time to prove our faith, you know. But if it can I say that if it is something different, or I don't know, I only hope that um that be a good thing. That that's it. It's only um it's only regarding hope instead of something else. And you, Alvaro.
I think my only hope is to remit in my GS1, and I fear the eternity. I don't know if the eternity is so good, like people say. For me, I don't know if it's. I fear of the eternity. And that's it.
Okay. And you, Douglas.
As I think, I believe that after life, just good things will happen, and I don't believe that the evil will exist, or the sin, or and what I believe is just good things, and I don't have some fear because of it.
Okay. And you?
Yeah, in my case, I believe in resurrection, not in reincarnation, but in resurrection. But and for me, resurrection hope is not afterlife itself, but is return to life, with peace, with no sickness, no suffering. Yes, you can gather together with your people, your mother, your family, and the only fear I can feel is the fear to missing this opportunity to live in paradise. Is the only fear I can feel, not the fear of something else after life. Yeah, I still believing that there is no conscious or emotions or any type of feelings after life. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Um, this topic is meaningful and um meaningful and deep um topic to discuss. Um, thank you so much, guys, for
Yeah, very, very, very,
sharing your
very good
thoughts.
topic.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I,
man, the immersion today uh was so fast for me. And
yeah,
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 for me too.
I always ask by myself, what is the purpose of life? For this reason, we are here in the earth. What is the goals? Yeah, this is a good question.
yeah, man, and I like to talk with people like you guys and um share different thoughts regarding this complex topic. And yeah, I know it's not an easy topic, but it shows how connected we all are. So yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning, the search of the meaning of the human life, and yeah, if you believe in heaven or energy or I don't know mystery, this talk reminds us the life itself is precious, and maybe the maybe the best way to prepare for whatever comes next is simple to live well. And I believe that's it. For sure I believe I have my faith here in the scriptures to believe, but it's all regard to live well. Does anybody have something else or want to say
I
something?
like it. Yeah, I like this topic. So amazing to discuss, and it's delicate, but I like it. I because I have a different opinion, and for me it's good to discuss.
Yeah, but nay, it is so good. Um, Different opinions and different thoughts and um, improve our thoughts and our mind or bring us new questions to answer, you know. Okay. I think that's it. That's all, folks. Thank you for joining, for listening a bit, and and also for sharing your thoughts. And that's it. See you
See you,
all,
Thank you. See you
and good
guys.
night. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.